Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Tactical Tauntaun, where we talk about everything Star Wars. We are coming to you almost live from our Hidden Rebel base out of Docking Bay 94. I'm Patrick.
I'm Will.
And welcome, guys. Today's segment is Snap Wexley's Workshop.
Yep, we're going to talk about the T65 and throw out some ideas for maybe some changes to it that could maybe make it a little bit better, allow it to be seen in some tournament list that doesn't include Biggs because everybody knows who Biggs is and what he does.
So this whole segment is all about what if we had this card? What if we could do this with this ship? What could FFG do to make it better? Not saying they would, but if we could have our dream upgrade, our dream pilot, what would that look like, and how would it help better the game? Or maybe it's something that we do to take away from something that maybe is overpowered. But like you said, they were going to talk about the T65 X-Wing, the classic.
And let us know what you guys think. If you guys have an idea, if there's something maybe that you thought of that was like, well, maybe this would be a good idea to put on that ship and see how it was. Eventually what we'd like to do is play this out, kind of see if it works. Maybe our ideas are great in our head and in theory, but then we put it on the table and we go, oh wait,
that's not good.
Yeah, the T65 really still can't stand up to RAL boats or PAL bases or something.
Or maybe we just have to accept the fact that the upgrade to the T65 is the T70.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's think about it. With the T65, we played Biggs Darklighter. I don't know. Wes Jansen, I think, is he one?
Wes Jansen is pilot skill 8. He's got a really good pilot ability.
He sees a little bit of play, but other than that, what other pilots do we ever see? I would love to be able to play Luke, but his ability is just terrible.
Yeah, in today on a Thursday night for fun, throw in Luke.
I do have my Rogue Squadron list with Biggs, Wedge, and Luke, and I like playing it. It's fun. You know what? I think I'm gonna play that this Thursday because I haven't done it in a long time, and I just want to put them out there, man. I love Rogue Squadron.
Yeah. So one of the ideas that I came up with is actually a dual title card. It would be called Rogue Squadron. It would only go on pilots with pilot skill 6 or higher. That way we don't overpower Biggs, and that's what everybody's biggest worry is. Sure. If FFG does make a change, is Biggs just going to be like the super pilot that can't be beat, or it lasts so much longer in a game that
people complain about him enough as is.
Exactly.
And what he's able to do. So
my idea was a dual title card. The first one would be you get for 1 point. You get vector thrusters, and you also get an extra modification slot, but you can only put a modification 3 points or less on there. So you wouldn't be able to put on an extra shield or engine upgrade. Kind of limits it a little bit.
And essentially, then you might as well just be flying the T-70 anyway.
Right, exactly.
Other than the fact it doesn't have a barrel roll.
Right. So you could put on, that would allow you to put on an integrated astromech and guidance chips if you put on a torpedo or, munitions fail-safe. The second thought, or the second part of that card is...
so it would be a dual card and you flip it over?
You flip it over, you choose which one you want. But it would be a different point cost, so you kind of have to choose it and kind of stick with that if this became a thing and you use it in a tournament. Again, all hypothetical. Title card would be Rogue Squadron, pilot skill 6 or higher. Again as well, 2 point cost, but this time if you are flying with another Rogue Squadron titled ship and they have your attacker in arc, you get an extra evade dice. So let's say you have Luke, Wedge, and Wes all flying together, they're flying information, you're getting shot at by Omega Leader, they all have them in target lock, you'd get 2 extra evade dice.
Which would help you with Omega Leader, considering that obviously you can't modify your dice.
Exactly. So and maybe there needs to be a stipulation you can't modify your dice roll. You just have to stick with whatever. That's something that we might have to play around with. But my thought process was might allow these ships to live a little bit longer. They're not really beefy. With the 2 evade dice, it's kind of sketchy on what you're going to get every time. So that was my idea. And then you had an idea.
Again, I excluded bigs completely. Yeah, I don't know how that would look on a card saying excludes bigs dark lighter, but
Right.
I mean that's kind of what you got to do here. And I was just saying, like you take it would give you it's a title T65 title, where the card is -2 to your build, and you get 2 modification slots.
Okay.
You add a second modification slot, and maybe that's a little more overpowered. I really like your idea. I think it. You took into consideration not getting it too much. Maybe giving it a -2 is too much. Maybe it cost you a couple of points. But
we saw with which one was it? The Star Viper, a -3. Was it the new title card that was -3? I can't remember.
Yeah.
But we have seen that before.
Sure.
FFG has tried to fix some stuff, and they said, okay, we're going to minus this, or give you a little bit less on your modification cost.
Right.
With the Karaz that just came out, Guns for Hire.
Right. Everything gets a -1.
Right. But you get 3.
You get 3 slots, right?
3 slots
but
for
every
no
upgrade,
points.
but every upgrade card was -1,
Right,
not just
exactly.
the modifications. Yeah, we made some beefy stuff with that. So those are the kind of things we're looking for. And it's this. We're not saying this is something that FSG just needs to do. I think this is just something fun to talk about, to do. I mean, we kind of talk about this stuff all the time at the store,
Right.
Anyway.
And you hear about the ships that are overpowered, and everybody knows which one we're talking about, that everybody complains about. So, we see FFG coming along and making changes and nerfing ships, or, with the Guns for Hire, kind of trying to beef stuff up a little bit to make them a little bit more playable.
Well,
in
even
today's
put
meta.
some ships on the board. I mean,
Right.
I think the bigger complaint is that we're not seeing variety.
Right.
Well, I mean, who wants to show up to the tournament with something that's just going to get tabled against everything? Nobody. I mean, you're going to play what's playable, and that means you're going to see less variety out there.
Yeah.
I mean, in the meta, but maybe creating these things will help us to put more variety on the table. And if nothing else, it's just kind of fun to do. I mean, if you remember the old Marvel comics, what if? What if? They used to do this. What ifs? What if Elektra hadn't died?
Right.
That was one. That was a big one. And they always had these things. Just show a different outcome, and they were always cool to see. They weren't really part of the canon of the series, but it was neat to see. I always enjoyed the what if set of books. So I guess this is kind of like a what if
Of X-Wing.
of X-Wing. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play around with some of these things, and we'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Post them in the comments below.
Yeah, give us some ideas. If you
Hit us up on Facebook.
Yeah.
Give us your thoughts on some things that could help make the T65 more viable. I mean, we got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, at least 9. I think I have them all. I think I have all the X-Wing pilots here. There's 9 T65 pilots that we play, and we see 2 of them.
One.
Well, yeah, West.
One. West occasionally.
But yes, we see 1 pilot from
Right.
that whole thing. I like Wedge and Dillies. He's one of my favorite characters. So definitely, I'd like to see those things hit the table more often. And if we can do that just through being creative and making our own upgrade cards to make it more fun for us, let's do it. We can play around whatever we want to do. That's the great thing about this hobby, is that we can alter rules and make things the way we want to. We don't have to play with a 100-point list. We can go, let's play with a 150-point list today.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Go out there and be creative. That's really the essence of this hobby, is getting creative and having a good time. I mean, that's, I guess, the most important thing of all, is have fun.
Have fun with it.
Don't look at this as, that's terrible. I wouldn't want to do that. It's like, we're already saying everything else is, we're saying not everything, but things are not as well as we'd like it to be. So why not have fun with it?
Yeah, exactly.
T65.
Let us know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Like us, share us, subscribe, spread the word. Let us know.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
Thanks.